Hi there, it's Crafty Jenna-Bug. It's another day of Dephemerember. We're getting closer and closer to the end. I'm still shocked that I've stuck with it this long, honestly. So in case you don't know, Dephemerember is a daily ephemera inspiration prompt list. It's hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel, where you make ephemera each day for 25 days in December, and you can use it in your junk journals. I'm having so much fun with this and challenging myself in ways that I haven't been challenged yet in my junk journal obsession. So this is day 17. The prompt is rust and bookmark. The animal of the day is the moth. Look at this cutie. Isn't that so pretty? Now, Louisa has a printable that is free for anyone who wants to participate in this, or just if you want to have a bunch of cool cards with different animals on them. And you can find that under her Dephemerember link. I have a link to both Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel's Dephemerember playlists. They are in the description box, and you can find this through there. I am actually going to use a piece of rusty metal. Whenever I go for a walk around my neighborhood, I pick up rusty things and nails and screws and stuff like that off of the road so that nobody, gets them in their tire. So I'm going to use this that I found lying on the side of the road. And it's beautiful. Don't know. Can you see? Oh, there it is. That's much better. It's gorgeous, and the colors are very similar to that in the Moth, and I think it's going to be awesome. So that's what I'm using today. That is my rust. Both Barbara and Louisa made like rust colored things, and that was really cool. I hadn't thought about that, but I looked through my rusty, I have a jar full of rusty things that I'm saving for eco-dyeing later, and that one spoke to me, and I have what I think is the perfect idea. Moths do a lot of pollination. So I'm going to make a bookmark with some flowers and the moth, and this rusty washer is going to be the centerpiece in one of my flowers. For my bookmark, I have a piece of scrap Bristol board that I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and cut it to the size I want, and then I think I'm going to grunge it up a little bit. I'm not quite sure how yet, but I don't want to just apply paper to this and call it good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out to the size I want. I'm going to cut around this so that there's no border. Hopefully I don't hurt his little antenna and proboscis. So that's what I'm going to do, and be right back. All right, I have cut this down. It is now, let's see, about 7.5 inches, almost 7.5 inches by just under 3 inches. Oh gosh. And I have a plan. Y'all. So I want to paint this background. I'm going to use a combination of these two greens. I'm not sure what color this is. It came to me in this state. And then this is an Anita's spring green. Not quite the green I was going for. Let's get a darker green on the edges. I'm gonna add a little Christmas green by Apple Barrel. I'm gonna dry that with my heat gun and see where it goes from there. All right, this is dried. I love it. It's got a lot of variation in the greens. This is cool. And I went through my little box of like flower pieces that I've cut out of magazines, and I decided to make a couple of flowers. So I've got this one that I've pieced together. I need to glue it together still, but I'm going to put it there. I'm going to have this sitting here, and I think I want like a sequin or a button in the center. And then I have this one that I made, and I'm going to stick it down here. And I have the moth. It's going to be in the center. And I think I might raise the moth up using a little like sticky tab, you know, like the little foam sticky tabs. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it through the monitor and that looks amazing. I think I'm going to put a button here too. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and glue those together because it'll make it a lot easier to figure out with, you know, to move things around. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'm also going to go ahead and pick out some buttons. All right, I have assembled my flowers. They still need to dry. In the meantime, I want to cover the back of this. And I'm going to use this scrap. All right, so the other thing I want to do, now that I've got this backed, I will ink it up. Oops, I got green paint on it somehow. I'm going to ink it up later, I think. But for now, on this side, I have, so if you've ever seen if you've ever watched any of my other videos that aren't junk journaling, I do a lot of paint pours. And I have what are called paint skins. And these are like the drippings of the paint when you do a paint pour that just kind of fall off, and I save them on parchment paper. Well, I kind of wanted to glue some of these on here. These are like beautiful greens with gold, and I just love them. Just kind of wanted to add a little more texture. So what I'm going to do, I think I might go ahead and glue my flowers down to give me an idea of what I'm working with and what space I want to fill. So I've got a little space. Oop, you can't see that. So I've got a little space to fill. I'm not ready to glue down the moth just yet, but I'm going to leave it there for a little bit of for reference, you know. Let me go find that little thing I was going to use for him, and I'll be back. Alright, there we have it. There is my bookmark. I've got the rust, and I've got the moth. It still needs to dry, but I'm super happy with this. It's a little thicker than your typical bookmark. I probably could have just glued down the moth like normal. These Zap Dots foam adhesive things were a little thicker than I expected them to be, but I'm not mad about it. My journal's got some room for expansion, so it's fine. I love this. This is super cool. And then on the back we've got this. I haven't inked it up yet, but I will do that later once it's completely dry. So yeah, that's that. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I hope you did too. Thank you again, Barbara and Louisa, for providing this awesome prompt list. I hope you do this every year. I would love to participate again. So that's day 17, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.